Peace and love, collective. The first message is right here in front of you on my shirt, faith. Spirit said in this season, they are going to put so much evidence in front of you that you're no longer going to be able to even believe your own lies. It's going to be impossible for you to believe all of those lies that you used to tell yourself. That I'm not supported, that I'll never make it, I'll never be successful. I'm hearing the proof is in the pudding. So Spirit is about to feed you some pudding. Now, I didn't even have to shuffle, and right at the top of the deck, it just keeps like poking out at me is this success card. And literally last night I had a thought, and it was in regards to success. And this card popped out at me again. Spirit said, you're already successful. This is your season of success. And Spirit is having me to share with you guys a testimony. Okay? And Spirit said, this is going to help to increase your faith. Because this collective that I'm speaking to, we're on the same timeline. We're on the timeline of success. We're on the timeline of popping out, of people knowing our name. I'm seeing your name in lights. Okay? I'm seeing neon lights with your name on it. But literally, I created a YouTube page for my readings maybe a few months ago. And the subscribers, they were trickling in, right? But then it started picking up gradually. And Spirit revealed to me that this was to allow my nervous system to heal and to recalibrate. Because imagine going from only having 1 followers to 1 million followers. Like, you're famous overnight, literally. And a lot of your nervous systems can't handle that. You don't know what to do with that. So Spirit had to allow it to trickle in gradually so that you could recalibrate. Okay? So it wasn't that your business wasn't taking off. It wasn't that you were never going to be successful. So it wouldn't scare you, because it would have scared some of you back into hermit mode. Now I'm seeing a lottery. It's like a person that goes from working paycheck to paycheck to all of a sudden you're a billionaire. In Arkansas might be significant. I just learned the other day that the guy who won the last $1 billion lotto was from Arkansas. So Arkansas is very significant. And it's funny because I literally saw Arkansas. I think I might even put it in my post. I was like picking up on Alaska and Arkansas and all of these places that I've never been or never even gave a second thought. Ohio is also significant. I'm seeing Dayton specifically. But anyway, Spirit didn't want to lay it on you too thick. Okay? They wanted to allow you to recalibrate. And so I'm hearing Spirit say, you've recalibrated. You're ready now. Your nervous system is ready. And I'm also hearing to advise you that it's normal for you to experience a little fear and apprehension. But in those moments, remind yourself of who you are. I am God. God does not give me a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. That was my favorite scripture growing up, but I didn't even really understand it until now. Because you are God. So God, in other words, is not fear. God is love. God is power. God is a sound mind. So understand that when you start experiencing these energies, that is your ego. That's your ego. That's not your God self. I want you to understand something. Fear is not real and doubt is not real. It's giving those little devils that be on your shoulders that be whispering to you. Just look at fear and doubt as that. They're always whispering these little lies into your ear. Okay? And many of us used to believe it. Because we thought that every thought was ours. Every thought is not your thought. When I talk about these narcissists, many of them were projecting these negative, low vibrational thoughts onto this collective because you're telepathic. You're magical AF. Okay? So they were projecting all of these thoughts for you to doubt yourself, for you to fear. They're not real. It's not real. And I know you can feel it in your body. It seems very real. It's not real. It's an illusion. And that's how you take back your power. You understanding that as God, you are above these things. You're not intimidated by fear. You're not even intimidated by doubt. If it comes up, push it out. Okay, I see you doubt. I see you fear. But this is my reality. I run this. I'm hearing Beyonce. I run this, mother. Okay? Doubt doesn't run anything. Fear doesn't run anything. So don't allow those things to cripple you or to make you doubt yourself. Your God self, like, what it do? What's up? I'm ready. There's no such thing as a challenge. There's only adventures. So start seeing your life as an adventure. Be adventurous. Step into that childlike energy. They're ready for anything. Okay, I used to do a lot of crazy things when I was a kid. I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. And sometimes I would be a little scared, but I would still do it because I wanted to know. I didn't want to miss out. Right? So I pushed myself. I jumped off 3-story buildings sometimes. I wandered in places that I probably shouldn't be wandering to by myself as a kid. But as a child, you were courageous. When you became an adult, that's when all the fear started setting in because you had gone through a lot of things. So now that mind began to work against you. Don't do that. You're going to get hurt. Don't go there. You're going to fail. Don't say that. People aren't going to like you. Okay? When as a kid, you didn't care. Step back into that energy. But like I was saying with my YouTube, at first it was very slow. Okay? I had a subscriber trickle in here and there. But tell me why, over the weekend, I posted something and then I just walked away, right? I was more so posting on TikTok. I wasn't even paying attention. And then next thing you know, I go on my YouTube and my followers have quadrupled. All of a sudden, my posts are viral. Now, Spirit wanted me to come on here and bring you this testimony for the rest of my collective, for you to know it's happening. Because in that moment, I was like, yeah, it's happening. It's no longer coming. It's here, friend. Your time is here. And it's so exciting. Don't allow fear to creep in. You're ready. You're safe. You're prepared. God has been preparing you for this moment. And I'm hearing the world, they need you. They need your love. They need your perspective. They need your energy. In high places, I'm hearing. Spirit said that they're going to bless you so that you can be a blessing to others. It's making me think about Christ in the Bible. Him performing miracles actually increased other people's faith. When they saw him perform those miracles, their faith in God increased. That's why you have millions and billions of Christians now. Spirit said, I'm going to create miracles in your life that's going to begin to build the faith of people around you. You're going to be the reason that people continue to keep going. You're going to be the reason that people start believing in God again. You're going to be the reason that people start believing in themselves. You're going to be the reason that people start believing in magic. That people start asking, how do I do that? You are the key, I'm hearing. And you're going to be used to unlock many doors. I was a little apprehensive at first. I was like, Spirit, should I share this? Not everybody watching is here to congratulate me, but Spirit said they can't stop nothing. Which was another thing that Spirit pointed out to me. All of those little spells that they were doing, did they stop anything? All of that little candle magic and rituals that they were doing, did that stop anything? No, fam. It ain't stopped nothing. All of that energy that they sent to you is now being returned. I'm hearing in this season, you are now reaping your rewards. All of that energy that you've been putting out there, all of that good ass energy is now coming back. It's coming back in the form of support. It's coming back in the form of opportunities. It's coming back in the form of money. We all like money. So get ready to wallow in it. A whole lot of it. I'm hearing Bia. Oh, the artist Bia. I got a whole lot of money. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that song. That's one of my favorite songs. But yeah, it's the song by Bia, Whole Lot of Money. That's what I was hearing. Like I literally heard, Bia, I got a whole lot of money in this mother. Okay? That's the energy that you're in right now, collective. Not that you're about to step in, embody that right now. Don't wait for the proof to show up. This is the lesson that Spirit has been showing us. It's already happening. It's already existing. So Spirit wants me to touch on something. The only thing that exists is the now. So the past, the present, and the now are all happening at once. You're already rich on another timeline. The past, present, and the future already exist. So you have to step into that energy of that version of yourself. Embody that energy. This is where I say you have to be a little delusional. It's not being delusional, friend. What is that? These are just words. Okay? Understand that. These words don't hold weight. Especially when you're dealing with this type of stuff. You have to reprogram your entire mind. You have to re-engineer the entire dictionary. Because a lot of those words are spells. Which is why you have to be careful what you speak. Because you could speak certain things into existence unknowingly. Spirit said this is the season where you're walking in faith over fear. You're walking in faith over fear. Anytime fear tries to come up, I want you to transmute that into faith. Even if it's the faith of a mustard seed, I'm hearing. Because a lot of people, they will try to project fear onto you. Some of them I'm hearing unknowingly. And they do it because they're unhealed. They don't believe in themselves. So they project that lack onto you. The same thing goes for envy and evil eye. It's not personal, friend. It's because they don't like themselves. Spirit said, in this season, you're going to have to get comfortable being the villain. And I know that word is triggering to some of you because you were taught that the villain is bad. Right? 9/11 on my clock right now. You were taught that the villain was bad. But I channeled Harley Quinn and Joker. Spirit said, I need you to be in that Joker and Harley Quinn energy in this season. That I don't give a F. Because they didn't. They were fearless. Right? If there was something that they wanted, they went and got it. So a lot of us look at the negative traits, but there's a lot of positive traits. They didn't care. They were law. They didn't care about the law. They created their own laws. And you're living in a season where you're going to have to create your own law which is universal law. You're no longer operating out of the matrix law. You're no longer operating out of the law of the land. Now, am I saying to go and boost a car or to kill somebody? No. I'm talking about in regards to how you make your money, how you operate. You're no longer a part of the hustle culture. Nah. You too magical for that, bro. Literally. You can speak things into existence and they happen for you because of your faith. But when you speak, I'm hearing to speak with authority. Decree things that you want with the knowing that it's already done. That's the important part, is you believing it and you seeing it. You don't have to worry about it or stress about if it's going to happen. No. Faith over fear. So Spirit said, I need you to be in your Joker and Harley Quinn energy in this season. You're not caring about what anybody has to say. If people say that you're crazy, right? Because they called Harley Quinn crazy. She was a genius. They called Joker crazy. He was a genius. It's giving street kid. So maybe you grew up in the streets. So people underestimated you. They thought that you were only street smart. You're book smart too. Actually, if you had your own business, you would quadruple their revenue, which is why Spirit is saying many of you need to go ahead and invest in some crypto and in some stocks and apply that same street smarts to these books. Okay? These financial books. Apply that same street smarts of flipping to something lucrative, something that's not going to put you in prison, because that's a trap. They want you to think that that's the only way out. But friend, Spirit is saying you have abundance within you, bro. You have multiple streams of revenue within you. You have the ability to problem solve, to figure things out at a whim. You have the ability to bring people together. You have the ability to uplift people. Utilize all of your gifts. We all have unique gifts. I'm hearing for some of you, it's speaking. For some of you, it's visual. It might just be your presence, your beauty. You're ethereal. Your beauty brings joy to people. Your fashion sense brings joy to people. I'm hearing freedom. You free other people's inner child through your own authenticity, through the way that you show up, the way that you dress, the way that you walk, the way that you talk. You give other people permission to do the same thing, which is be themselves. You teach other people that they don't have to be a carbon copy, that it's okay to be an individual, because that's popping. We're no longer in that season where it's just copy paste. I'll be honest with you. People are tired of that. They want to see something different, which is why this is the perfect time for you. They will understand you. Stop telling yourself people won't understand me. That was a lie. And once again, Spirit is going to prove to you in this season that all of that was a lie. The proof is in the pudding. There's going to be so much proof that you're not going to be able to lie to yourself anymore, friend. Just like with that situation with my YouTube, it was like, okay, if you thought even for a moment that these people could really stop something, that they could stop God, you're sadly mistaken, and we're going to prove this to you. Because Spirit, I'm hearing them say that they really respect you for not giving up, even when you weren't seeing the results. You kept posting. Even when there was nobody in the stands, you kept showing up. And that's what Spirit is looking for. Not somebody who only performs when people are around. Somebody who's putting in the work, even in solitude. Somebody who's showing up authentically, even when nobody's watching. Because there are a lot of people, they will conform. Oh, this is not working. I'm not getting any followers, so let me do what's popular. Let me do what's trending. And I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, right? But I see that all over TikTok. People just dancing, and some of the stuff, I'll be honest with you, is meaningless. But you will see millions of people liking this stuff. Because they really want your brain to be fried. They don't want you thinking about this type of stuff. Because if everybody is a boss, there's no employees. Get it? So if you're over here thinking like a millionaire, who are they going to sell their product to? Who are they going to sell their lives to? You already getting it how you live. You no longer have to rely on them. So they want to keep you in a state of sleep. They want you to be worrying about BS, drama, gossip, focusing on these fake celebrities. You are the celebrity, fam. It's time to walk it like you talk it. It's time to pop your collar. Once again, Joker and Harley Quinn energy. And yeah, I know Joker was a pimp, but you know what? Who cares? Let people say what they want to say about you, right? It's not true. It's not true. You're the only one that needs to believe in you. Understand that. This entire healing journey, and it's so funny because I wish I could take a picture of this, right? Because on my phone, I have like this little spot. You know how Joker has a tattoo right here? Literally on my phone as I'm recording, the spot is like right here, bro. And it looked dope as fuck. I wouldn't get any tattoos on my face, but like literally the spot is right here. So it's giving even more of the Joker effect, which is dope. Everything is a message. So yeah, I'm hearing Lilith energy. It's time to step into your villain season, because a lot of people are going to turn you into the villain. It's not something that you're trying to do. You're not trying to go out here and terrorize people. It's just something that you do because you're a threat. Your authenticity is a threat. Your magnetism is a threat. Because it's organic. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to do the most. You just are. That's the beautiful thing about you. It's not a performance. It's not a performance, which is why it's sustainable. Okay? It's given I woke up like this. Beyonce might be significant, but you're flawless. They don't like that about you. But let them. Let them. Because like I said in the other post, this is the season where you're going to have to decide who deserves your energy. And those people, they don't deserve your energy. They don't even deserve a thought, bro. So don't let them get a rise out of you. I need you to see yourself up here as top shelf, like I said. I need you to see yourself as a celebrity. Think like a celebrity. Because you are. You're not waiting for the proof. Start embodying it now. Walk around with your head held high. Yeah, I'm that bitch. I'm him. I'm her. Yeah. That's the energy you have to be in. If people think you cocky, oh well. Maybe you need to be a little cockier because you've been too humble. But that's because you were taught that dimming your light is humble. Not ruffling any feathers is humble. Well, really, you were just trying to protect their ego. Growing up, I had a sibling that would always compete with me. She wanted to be my mama's favorite. I didn't give a damn. I was just being me. But she was constantly competing. That was a personal problem. But as a kid, I would actually dim my light because I didn't want her to feel left out. I was empathic, so I didn't want her to be sad or depressed or feel like she wasn't important. So I would diminish myself. I would get attention from people and I would feel her energy. I would see her expressions of jealousy and envy. And that was my little sister. So of course I didn't want her to feel bad. So I would diminish myself. I became less visible. It was giving, let me shrink myself so that she can be seen. That wasn't your problem. Spirit said that wasn't your burden to carry. That was a spiritual attack. And now Spirit wants me to touch on narcissism. Because narcissism is a spirit. It's giving devil energy. And that's why the world is full of it. That's why your household growing up was full of it. It was a demonic attack. Spiritual bullying. Spiritual antagonist. Spiritual bullying. Spiritual dictatorship. You have to do what I say. You have to perform for me. You have to earn my love. This is what you were taught growing up. And so people had you wrapped around their finger. You always performing and conforming in order to be liked, in order to be loved, because it started at home. You were taught that you had to perform. Or that you had to produce like little slaves. And yeah, that's hitting hard right now. A lot of us grew up in that era where our parents, some of them treated us like slaves. You clean the house, wash the kids, wash the clothes, as if they didn't have any hands or feet. Yeah, I went through that. I was the in-house babysitter against my will. But then I was manipulated because it was giving, well, I'm going out and I'm working, so this is the least that you can do. As if that wasn't her responsibility. As if it's not your parents' duty to take care of you. They brought you into this world. Okay? You don't buy a dog expecting it to feed itself, expecting it to walk itself. You bought that dog. So you bought the responsibility. But many of your parents, they treated you like slaves. Like you always had to perform for them. You always had to do stuff for them in order to earn their approval. They couldn't love you or show you affection just because. And then I'm hearing when it came to you trying to show them different things like your arts and your talents, they were always too busy. When you had something to say, stay in a child's place. It's giving speak only when you're spoken to. God damn it. And now I'm seeing Cinderella. Great example, Spirit. In-house slave. But when stuff was happening, I'm not getting a phone call. When events are taking place, I'm not getting a phone call. When everybody is gathering to have fun, I'm not getting a phone call. You went through this even in friendships. They only called on you when they needed you, when they needed somebody to fill the seats at their little kids' birthday parties, when they needed you to donate or pour into their business. But where were they when you needed them? It was silent. It's giving crickets. Spirit said, remember all of this in this season. I need you to be on your shit. I need you to get comfortable with being the villain in some people's stories. Because they created that villain. By them mistreating you, by them fumbling you. When God gave them the opportunity so many times to bless you. Because yes, I'm hearing now those same people, they will be your footstools. They will come begging you for help, begging you for money. Because you're about to be a star. So get ready. I'm seeing tabloids. Many of them are going to clout chase. They're going to try to sell stories to the press just to make a few bucks because you ain't coming out your pockets. These blessings are for you, collective. I'm hearing that these people would also use emotional and mental manipulation to make you think that their problems were bigger than yours. So you never took the time to focus on yourself. You were carrying other people's weight. You begin to people please. You begin to focus on saving everybody else and abandoning yourself in the process. Spirit said, you don't need to worry about being the nice guy. There's a lot of people that will take advantage of that. And I'm not saying that you need to be a cruel, mean person. I'm saying that you have to see through the BS. When people are trying to make you feel sorry for them. Simply because they're choosing to live in a victim mindset. So they want to play on your intelligence. It's giving damsel in distress. They will figure it out. We all have the tools within us to empower ourselves. This is the season where you have to empower yourself. Every breath that you take, you're breathing in power. You're breathing in authority. And you breathe out the bullshit. Because there's nothing weak about you, collective. It was an illusion. Your spirit, I'm hearing, is powerful beyond measure. If only you could see your spirit. You have a big spirit. You have big energy. But they didn't want you to see that. In fact, these people could detect that. So they were like, let me put them in their place. We can't have them figuring out how powerful they are, because then they're going to overstep me. When you never wanted to overstep them in the first place. They're the ones in competition with you. That's their energy. It's not yours. They're projecting their own greed, their own envy, their own woundedness onto you. Since they compete with people and envy people, they expect you to do the same thing. You don't have time for that. I'm hearing that song again. Be a, I got a whole lot of money in this mother. I'm hearing that bitch. I'm hearing him, her, it girl. Lucky season, it girl season. All of it is happening. So get ready, collective. Walk it like you talk it. You are a celebrity. I want you to wake up and look yourself in the mirror. And I want you to tell yourself that every day. I'm a star. And now it's making me think of that song. I can't remember it. It's an old song. But it's called like I'm a star. I want you to repeat this over and over. I'm a star. People love me. I'm legendary. People love to support me. Okay? Live in your own world. I'm seeing the imagination card. It's time for you to start daydreaming again. See yourself being celebrated. See yourself accepting those rewards. See yourself in those interviews. I'm seeing 106 in Park. So maybe some of you are from New York. I've been seeing New Jersey a lot too. Like I saw like 3 Jersey mics yesterday. So Jersey is definitely significant for somebody. Okay? But see yourself the same way that you see these celebrities, because that's who you are about to be, bro. That's who you already are. And I'm hearing that your future self is actually assisting you. So some of the advice that you're getting, make sure you're listening. Because this is your future self that's actually going to be helping to lead you as well. There's no separation. Okay? I'm hearing God is omniscient. Okay? So understand, you are God. You are multidimensional. You are magical. So tap into that version of yourself. You're not delusional for doing that. Okay? But it's your time. So get ready and come back to this post. Make sure you favorite, because I want you to come back to this post when those numbers start shooting up. I want you to come back to this post when those followers and subscribers start going up. I want you to come back to this post when you sign that contract, when you sign that modeling deal, when you sign that acting deal. Okay? When you win the lottery. Hey, send me a little bit, sis. I mean, it couldn't hurt, bro. But I want you to come back to this post, because your life is a testimony. Your life is meant to be a testimony. It's going to help to inspire people. So don't be afraid to tell your story. You don't have to tell people how much money you got in your bank account. Now, I wouldn't suggest that. But it's okay for you to share your wins. Spirit said you had to suffer in silence, but you're about to be celebrated out loud. Your wins are about to be made public. I'm hearing very public. It's giving front page of the news. I don't know what's about to happen for some of y'all. But Spirit said the world is going to know your name. I'm seeing interviews. What is it? I'm seeing Jay Leno. I'm also hearing Carson. Now, the only Carson I know is Billy Carson. So maybe that's significant for somebody. Maybe you follow him. Okay. I love his books as well. But you're about to be big. You're about to be on that level. I'm hearing you're about to be on that level. On Billy Carson's level. People buying your books. You traveling the world. Taking people on tours. I'm seeing the Egypt tour that he did. Your life being documented. Embody this energy. It's no longer just a dream or just a fantasy. Because I know many of you dreamed of this when you were a child, and now your inner child is coming up, and I'm feeling their joy. They're so excited because you're their dream being realized. You're the proof that they weren't crazy. You were healing for your inner child. By you allowing yourself to receive these blessings, to step into this stardom, that is healing for your inner child. Because many people tried to make them think that they were delusional for dreaming so big. Many of you knew that you would be a millionaire or a billionaire since you were a kid. And you would tell certain people. And for them, it was just like, oh yeah, whatever. They never expected it to happen. But I heard I'm speaking to future trillionaires, billionaires, millionaires, quadrillionaires. That is the collective that I'm speaking to. This is not about necessarily claiming the energy either. Spirit said this is about you already being that energy. You're in that energy. You've done the work. That's the collective I'm speaking to. Because it does take work. Reprogramming your mind. Healing yourself. I'm hearing this is a reward for you healing your generational trauma. That wasn't easy. That solitude period, it wasn't easy. So no, not everybody is going to get their hands in the pot. But Spirit said those who have done the work, those who have made the sacrifices, it's time for you to reap your rewards. God wasn't going to make you go through all of that for nothing. But lastly, Spirit just wanted me to speak on this spirit of narcissism. This energy of narcissism. So Spirit is making me think in the Bible when you had Jesus and Lucifer. Now I'm just using this as an example, okay? And Lucifer was jealous of Jesus because Jesus was chosen. Does it sound familiar? Okay, but that's number one. Spirit just wanted me to pinpoint that. The energy of narcissism is demonic. If you go and look up narcissism, it's literally somebody trying to feed off of you. So they feed off of you being low. They feed off of feeling like they're better than you. So they do things to belittle you. They do things to make you try to shrink yourself, to diminish yourself. They act as though they're better than you. They're smarter than you. You have to listen to what I say. They act as though you have to perform for them like you're in a circus. Okay? And I'm hearing they're inconsistent. That's done purposely. It's emotional manipulation. You never know what they're going to do next. They're very unpredictable. One minute, they're nice. The next minute, they're cutting you down. It's giving love bombing, gaslighting you. So they make you think that you're crazy. They make you think that you don't know what you know. Next thing you know, you're doubting yourself. Now, I want you to think about all of the people who have perpetuated this in your life, and I want you to understand how common this energy of narcissism is. Because I'm hearing when it comes to the chosen ones, this has been one of the biggest and most effective weapons. Because you're here to shine your light. So these people are being used by these energies to make you diminish that light. So that you're afraid to be seen. They wanted you to feel unworthy so you didn't think that you had a seat at the table. God said, that's my table. As a matter of fact, you go over there and sit at the kiddie table. That's to all of those karmics that tried to diminish you. God said, get up out of my seat. What you doing? Because they were infiltrating. They were imposters. They wanted you to think that they were your authority. That they had authority over you. That you had to serve them. You're not here to serve them. We're here to serve each other, if anything. To be of service, not a slave. But I'm hearing once again, you do what I say. So it started at home. It started as a kid when you were the most vulnerable. They wanted to put the fear of God in you, as they say. God doesn't need to be feared. Just to let you know. God don't need you to boost his ego because it doesn't operate in ego. True gods don't operate in ego. You understand that we're all equal. You understand that we're all one. Nobody's better than anybody else. If people want to project that onto you because you're choosing to shine your light and to be seen, then that's their problem. That has nothing to do with you. Because the collective that I'm speaking to, you're not trying to be better than anybody. You're not out here competing with people. You're just trying to do your own thing. You're just trying to make your own money. Spirit knows that. But these people want to come around bothering you, all up in your business, because they don't have any business of their own. Spirit said it's time for you to stand up to your bullies. And you have many of them. Sometimes they come in the form of bosses, of co-workers, of family members, siblings, I'm hearing, parents, so-called frenemies, even complete strangers. They want to try to put you in your place. They want to try to humble you. Remember who you are. You don't humble God. You're not beneath anybody. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you've done. You're not beneath anybody. So don't let other people try to make you feel as though they're better than you. Don't let other people try to judge you or categorize you. They have no place, is what I'm hearing. And God is about to put them in their place and let the world understand I will use whoever I please. You don't tell me who to use. You don't tell me who to choose. These are my chosen ones. I put them here with purpose. So the same people that's been judging your path, they're going to have to respect it. Because they're about to see what all of it was for. And so are you, collective. Peace and love. Now, one last message. I just looked at my notes. And the one that stood out to me is, this will be the year that I touch my first million. So I'm speaking to a collective that will touch their first million this year. Yay! Yes, start getting excited. I want that to be an affirmation. I will touch my first million this year. I'm leaving my corporate job behind. I work for myself. I am a self-made CEO. And I want you guys to go and follow my page, 5D Subliminals. If you need a little help with these affirmations, baby, I got you. I got the hottest affirmations on the market right now. Period. So go and check out my page. The link is in the bio. I'll also link it in the description here. But I want you to put those on repeat while you're getting ready for work. I want you to go and listen to my song, I'm a Boss. I make FU money, because you're about to be making FU money. Actually, that's the song I'm going to recommend for you guys. I'm making FU money, because that is your anthem this year. That is your reality. You're making FU money this year.